Hello and welcome to the Enderverse. I'm here to talk about Book 2 in the series, also Book 2 in the first Formic Wars series called Earth of Fire. It's written by Orson and Aaron Johnston, and it picks up where Earth Unaware left off. So at the end of the last book, we know that the Formics are approaching Earth, and Victor Delgado has been sent in a quick ship to Luna to warn humanity if they will listen. The story picks up in China with a small boy named Bingwen, and he's a brilliant young child, the same type of character that Card specializes in, like Ender and Bean and many other characters. And he's a brilliant and fearless young child. It shows him dealing with bullying and in innovative ways. Victor has arrived on Luna, and with the help of his caseworker Mala Bootstamp, they're trying to warn Earth about the incoming invasion by posting videos on the webs and showing people that the Formics are coming, but nobody believes them, and Earth is not preparing for an invasion. So they take the news to Uko Jukes, who is the father of Lem Jukes, the son who runs this giant mining company, Jukes Limited. And Uko sees the threat, and he makes an announcement and warns the world, and then everybody takes it seriously, but by then it's too late to prepare much of a counterattack. We also pick up the story of Mazer Rackham, the New Zealand Maori soldier who was not accepted into the MOPs in the last novel, and he's back working with the New Zealand Special Forces. And the book opens with him training on a Herc, which is a heavy equipment recovery copter, and him and his team are sent to China to train on some heavy diggers that China's been developing. We also pick up in Rena's story, who has been left on a Woohoo ship after their ship was destroyed by the Formics, and they end up joining what's called a Crow ship, which is a ship that drives around in space and salvages parts from damaged vessels. Lem Jukes returns to Luna and is reunited with his father, and they develop a plan for dealing with the Formic threat. Now, there's a really entertaining scene in the book where the Formic mothership is in orbit above Earth, and the UN sends a delegate ship up there, and much like a scene from Mars Attacks, I don't know if anyone's seen that film, with Tim Burton film, they send a dove, an image of a dove of peace, to the Formics, and the Formics blast the ship right out of the sky. So that didn't work out too good. Then Mazer loses his team once the Formics send down their landers. They send down 3 landers into China, these giant potting vessels, and then they start attacking populations. And Mazer's team is wiped out, except for Mazer, who is badly injured in the crash, but he's saved by Bingwen and his grandpa. The Formics start wiping out populations by the millions, and they're basically terraforming. They're gassing everybody and killing all the biomass, all the biosphere, any plants and animals and everything. They're just wiping it all out with this chemical spray that just dissolves humanity and plants. And then they pile all of it up into a giant garbage pile of biomass that they're going to use later somehow. Now, the MOPs, who is Whit O'Toole and his crew, they're trying to get to China because they've seen Mazer's videos, so they sneak their way into China and start driving towards the lander, and they eventually meet up with Mazer, and the book ends with them doing an underground nuclear attack and destroying one of the landers. A few of the MOPs are lost in the battle. So this book, it's really exciting. The action picks up. I know I said the last book is a little slow, but it's got to do some world building and exposition. The action really picks up in this book, and it's only surpassed by the next book, Earth Awakens. This book introduces some really interesting concepts of what would an alien race do if it came here and attacked us, terraforming, building of the biomass. They're trying to change Earth's atmosphere to suit their own, and they just see us as another colony planet. And Card and Johnston try to show how the Formics aren't really, they don't have anything personal against humanity. They're just simply wiping out the population that's here like we would do to an ant or some other insects. And so once we start fighting back, then it starts to realize that that we're a formidable force. So I really like this book, and it just makes you want to jump right into the third book, Earth Awakens. So I'll be tackling that book in the next video. See you then.